Hi, my name is Dr. Tusi Harumi. Everyone just calls me 2C. It's much easier to remember that way. I'm an associate professor of instructional technology and co-chair of the instructional technology department at the University of Central Florida. I wrote this book primarily because of my kids. They would come home bored and I'd ask them, like every parent asks their kids, how was your day at school? And every day they'd come home and say it was boring or it was terrible. And I never felt that they were inspired to learn, and they were really starting to associate boredom with school and school with learning, so they thought learning was boring, and that really concerned me. So with my research, I've been doing research on the design of alternative types of different online learning environments for the last 15, 20 years. So in the last 4 or 5 years, I've concentrated my efforts on researching and designing and developing and helping educators look at game-based learning environments, because certainly video games, we know, capture kids' attention, keep them interested for long periods of time. So I really want to start looking at why games do this and how we could utilize that type of technology to inspire kids to learn in schools. So that's really the foundation for why I wrote the book, started talking to people, other researchers, as well as K-12 teachers who are into or looking at game technology to enhance learning, and really started looking at different areas and how to put the book together. So we came up with, I think, 4 or 3 primary sections. The first section is on why play games, trying to elucidate why K-12 teachers might want to consider playing games in their school. We come at it from a neuroscience perspective, a K-12 perspective, a popular perspective, a research perspective. So I try to put different chapters together that look at that question from different angles. Then the second section of the book looks at different games that are available for educators in math, science, social studies, language arts, and health and fitness. So we have different chapters that outline what games are available there. The third section on alternative perspectives really look at gameplay from different angles. Massive multiplayer games, cell-based games, looking at games or applying games without the technology to play video games, because a lot of teachers may not have the computers or the access to the games that's necessary. So maybe doing PowerPoint games and these kinds of things and where the future is going. So the third part of the book is looking at alternative perspectives on gameplay in schools. So really what I'm trying to do fundamentally is help teachers make education and learning fun, more engaging, more memorable. Because having been a K-12 teacher myself, I think that's really the importance of K-12 education, is really inspiring a love for learning, and what tools and what methods we can apply to really inspire that love, because if we do so at an early age, then I think kids are going to be successful as they get older, get into high school, into college, and after that.
So what do you say to critics of gaming and education who say, sometimes people just have to work and people don't really learn well using games?
Well, first I wonder what happened to them when they were young. Because honestly, I'm very serious in class. You can ask my students if I'm serious, and I take education very seriously. My courses are thought to be some of the toughest in the university, but I come at it and have fun. I have fun doing it. I think my students enjoy it, and they are not necessarily, well, let me put it another way. Engagement doesn't mean it has to be fun. Getting engaged, there's many things in this world that will inspire people to think critically, to keep people on task, that isn't necessarily fun. And video gameplay doesn't have to be fun. It could be very serious. It's just the way it's presented that's important. And then there are people that think, well, military people, they came up with serious games. What an oxymoron. If you don't want education to be fun, do something else. Okay, that's fine with me. But we want to make, I think it's important to make learning fun. I do. That way, they're going to love learning throughout their life. It doesn't have to be frivolous. My courses, you can ask any of my students, aren't frivolous. They are very serious, but you can have some fun along the way.